Hi students and families, my name is Miss Jarzinka and I want to know what you see and what you notice. I see buildings and a street. I notice the tops of the buildings in this picture. I notice that the pool table is kind of slanted in this picture. I see lines. These lines show 1-point perspective. 1-point perspective has one vanishing point on the horizon line and shows an illusion of depth and distance. Here we see a street view of tall buildings moving towards the sky. And here is an aerial view from the sky, as if we were a bird in the sky looking down. 2-point perspective means there are two vanishing points, which means we can see the two sides of the barn, which makes it look 3D. Perspective can create an illusion of space in art. So now let's practice creating different perspective in art. First, I challenge you to find a pencil and a paper. Find a place in your house or outside and start to sketch. Try to see from where you're sitting. That's your perspective. Find the shapes, find the lines, and just try your best and forget the rest. All art doesn't need to be framed. Remember, this is just practice. So use the paper you have and a pencil, and this is where we're going to start. You start with a dot. That's called the vanishing point. Then you draw two lines coming from the vanishing point. About halfway through the paper, draw your horizon line and then your hills. I used Post-its. Post-its are a great way to start, but I'm going to make my picture bigger, so I used an envelope. This means it's a rectangle shape. I start with the vanishing point and the horizon line and make my hills. You can always add color or add details to make it look more like a landscape. Now let's practice 2-point perspective. We're going to draw a house. In the middle of your paper, you're going to draw one long line and then two short lines like an arrow. Repeat the top so that they're parallel. If they're not parallel, then it's going to make it really difficult to make the house look like a house. Notice that the side parts of the house don't line up. Now let's practice drawing your house on a larger piece of paper. Draw the long line in the middle of your paper with the two short lines below it to make an arrow. Remember, you need to make sure that your top part of your house is parallel to the bottom. When you draw the lines on the side, you'll see if it works or not. Now let's use a straight edge, which is just another envelope, and draw a dot at the top of your house. That dot will create the roof of your house. Parallel lines are important for 3D objects so that we can see that it actually looks like a house. Now let's focus on the background. I'm going to show you a way to create a street or curbs. I use my straight edge or my envelope to make a dot and a line to create the corner of the street. Then you can add details like lines, designs, shapes to create your background.